Hi, Gemini, and welcome to your February reading. So glad you're here. Welcome to Paula B Energy. And this is going to be a general reading for the sign of Gemini, sun, moon, and rising signs. You'll want to take a look at the other videos for your moon and rising signs to get a more clear, complete picture of how the month is going to play out for you, energy-wise. Remember, this is a general reading for the sign of Gemini. So that means that you just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Not everything is going to apply to you. It's a general reading for a lot of people. All right, and let's go ahead and jump right into the reading, Gemini. And I like to pull cards for your recent past. That's going to be things that have happened or are happening within the last 6 weeks to now. Then we've got a couple of cards for the energies of now. And then we're going to get into your challenges for the month. We are going to have a couple of cards for your outcome. Oop, there it is. And then what does Spirit want you to know? Let's see here. 2 cards for that. Excellent. All right, let's dive in. Oh, Gemini, it looks like you've been going through some big change. Your very first card in the recent past has been the Death card. Now, this could actually mean that you have experienced the death of something, possibly the death of a relationship, a friendship of some kind, might even be an actual physical death of a loved one, and if so, my condolences. However, often this Death card means massive change. Death is a card of transformation. Sometimes this card, I've got one deck that's card shows a butterfly. So it shows a transformation, a changing of one state to another, right? That's what happens with actual physical death. We're changing from one state to another. So it sounds like you probably had a big change happen recently, Gemini, because right after this card, you have the Judgment card qualifying it. And the Judgment card is the card of rebirth. Here is the angel Gabriel blowing the horn, calling the dead to their new spiritual life. So it looks like there has been, or possibly right now, is some big change happening for you, Gemini. And it's good change. It's change where you're leaving the past behind and you're coming into a whole new way of being. I really like that for you. It doesn't mean that it's easy, by the way. So it might be hard, but you can handle it. You're strong. Your energy for now, you have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is the choice point. It shows us that there are 2 paths. He's standing at the crossroads trying to make up his mind at which way he wants to go. Wands is a card that is, Wands is a suit that is all about fire, passion, drive, actions. So here he's going to have to take an action. So you may have a couple of choices before you, Gemini. And, being Gemini, I have a Gemini moon, by the way. Gemini is sort of, we always have a lot of choices. We have a lot of different things that we like to be doing. And sometimes it's hard to make a decision about it. And the cards are showing me that you are kind of in a weird position. Now, what the card that you got, its upright position is 9 of Pentacles, looks like this. Yay, celebration. This is the wish fulfillment card. But it actually came out reversed for you, Gemini. It doesn't mean your wishes aren't going to come true. What I sense is that you don't really know what dreams you want to go after. It's time to get clear about that. It's time to figure out, what do I want? What do I want to experience? Your key to that and your challenge is going to be to listen to your intuition. The High Priestess is the card and the keeper of all things hidden, all of that hidden knowledge, intuition, the Akashic records, all those things that are inside of us. And she's the one that points the way to the intuition. All of us have intuition. We have an inner knowing, and we need to learn to tap into that. This is how we figure out what we want in life, right? And we have this inner sense that helps guide us to the things that we want to accomplish in life. So your challenge is going to be tapping into that intuition. I notice in this reading that you only have one card of swords. Now, Gemini, you're an air sign. You are about swords. Swords are about the mind, right? You're very quick and you're good with the ideas. But we don't get any swords cards until the very end. So it's not always going to be about being in your head. It's actually going to be about where are your actions pointing. The 8 of Wands is the card of focused, directed action. All of those wands are pointing in the same direction. So, where are you firing all your arrows, Gemini? Are all of your actions focused towards one thing, or are you kind of scattered and you're putting some effort over here, some effort over here, some effort over here, and then nothing much really happens because your effort is divided? So, your challenge this month is going to be tapping into your intuition and figuring out, where do all my arrows need to go? Where is the goal? All right. Then you've got outcome. You're going to figure it out, Gemini, because you have the 9 of Pentacles. Now, this is the self-sufficiency card. It's a card of abundance. It's having all the resources that you need to accomplish your desires and goals. Pentacles is the suit in tarot that is about our resources. They look like little coins we can see, and she's got 9 of them. She's got a lot of coins happening here. So she's got all the resources that she needs. She's obviously very wealthy. You have the resources that you need to accomplish your goals, Gemini. You just might not be aware of them. And that's going to be part of what it's going to take for you to get really focused. And your second outcome card, like it, 10 of Cups. This is all the feels. This is happy family. This is emotional fulfillment. We see a loving family, and we've got a beautiful rainbow up above. Cups is the suit that corresponds to emotions. When the cups are standing upright, it's an indication that they are full. My cup overfloweth, right? So it looks like that your month is going to be very fruitful and very wonderful and abundant. You're just going to need to get a little bit targeted. And your message from Spirit card gets really specific about that, because what we have here is the 7 of Swords. Now, often this card, I read this card, when it is reversed, I read it as treachery or deceit. Your card came out upright. That means it's strategic. Notice, he's got some swords in his hand, but then there's a couple of swords that are down by his feet. He's not actually taking all the swords, even though he probably could. He's being very strategic. Now, swords is the suit in tarot that corresponds, as I said, to our mental processes and our thinking. And he is taking some of these swords and leaving some behind, and he's going out and going to do whatever he needs to do with those swords. So it's about gathering your thoughts. It's about being very strategic in what you're doing. And this is also going to bring you to the Fool. Now, this is in your message from Spirit. So I believe the message from Spirit here is to have that carefree sense of adventure. Not be bogged down by, feeling like everything is drudgery and you've got to do it. Look at the Fool. He is having a great time. Every picture I've ever seen of the Fool, he never looks behind him and he never looks down. He's always looking forward and up. And very much has a happy-go-lucky kind of feeling to it. It is the first card in tarot, so it's the card of new adventure, starting out, new beginnings. So it looks like you're going to have some kind of a new beginning here, Gemini. Of course, you've had this big transformation and change, so that makes sense. But that new beginning isn't going to happen until you actually make a choice. That 2 of Wands, make the choice. And to do that, you got to know what you want. And once you know what you want, then you need to focus all your actions toward it. So let's cover all the bases. As far as the love situation goes, it's very possible that you've had the death of a relationship. For those of you who are looking for love in the recent past, something has ended. You're now having to make a choice. Possible you might have 2 people to make that choice from. And you need to figure out what you want in the relationship. And then focus your efforts towards that. If you do that, you're going to get that that happy family and the good feelings, but you're going to have to be strategic, and you're also going to have that carefree, sense of adventure. For those of you who are in an existing relationship, it looks like some changes have happened, and you're at the crossroads too. You need to figure out how the both of you are going to focus your arrows, focus your efforts on creating abundance and happy feelings. Being strategic is going to be important. All right, and then let's see. As far as health goes, possibly there has been some news or a big transformation in your health, and you're having to choose a couple of paths. It's possible that you really need to listen to your intuition on what's going on and the right actions that you need to take. It's going to end up in abundance and lots of resources for you. This Nine of Pentacles, it's in a beautiful garden. She looks healthy. This Ten of Cups, everybody is happy and fine. So it looks like the results are going to be really good, but you're going to need focused effort in order to make those results happen. As far as the wealth department goes, for those of you who are already in an existing position, looks like you may have a choice coming up. Probably you have maybe couple of ways that you can go within your company that you're working in, and you're going to need to figure out which one is going to be the best one for you and focus your efforts on that. Listen to your intuition for that. For those of you who are working a regular job, and it's possible you might have a little sideline that is sort of appealing to you, you're not going to be able to figure out if that's going to work for you until you can figure out what you really want. In other words, do you want to spend the extra time and effort it's going to take to work a side hustle into maybe a full-time position? Do you just want it to be, a hobby level and just be kind of a fun thing that you do that makes you a little extra on the side? Don't know. For those of you who are retired, it looks like you've had a big change. So maybe you just recently retired, and you're trying to figure out what to do with yourself. Look to your intuition to know. And it may be time to revisit, what did I want to do before I got all caught up in having to work for a living? Once we're retired, every retired person I know has always said to me, I got more things to do now than I did when I was working. Yeah, that's because all the possibilities have opened up. And now, so you really need to hone in on, what do I want? What are my dreams and wishes? It's going to result in great abundance for you, a lot of good things, but you're going to need to be strategic about it. You can do all the things, just not all at once. Okay, keep that in mind. And have that fun, carefree sense of adventure. It is a new adventure whenever we start on something new, a new season of our life. Enjoy it, right? That's why you're here. All right. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good month for you, Gemini. You do have some, you have a decision to make. And it doesn't mean it's going to be completely carefree, but it looks like you're going to be really good at, once you find what you need to focus on and start organizing your actions toward it, it's really going to work for you. All right, I am going to pull an oracle card from the Whispers of Healing Oracle. And your oracle card is Transform. And I like to do a little bibliomancy here and just open the book and see what jumps out at me. Here is your beautiful transformation card. Can you feel the importance of what is happening for you? You are in a phase where just about anything is possible. To achieve transformation, you must really think it is possible. Believing in yourself and your abilities is the key to creating the change being shown to you. You may have wanted a certain outcome, but not really believed it was possible. A multitude of butterflies and fairies watch as a young woman prepares to release the butterflies in her dome. Butterflies must set aside everything they once knew to accept a new way of existing. They symbolize a readiness to let go and encounter transformation. The lightning striking the dome helps to clear away any doubts or resistance to change. The fairies are a reminder of the magic and support that is always all around you. Ooh. Well, we were talking about butterflies in the beginning as being part of transformation. So how interesting. So release the doubt, Gemini. You can do it. You can create this new reality that you want. You just have to figure out what the reality is that you want. What is that transformation you want to make happen? And take the steps. You can do it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you liked it, this would be great. And, ring the little bell, do all the things. It's YouTube. Do the things. I don't need to tell you that. I hope you'll join me next month. Thanks for being here. Have a great month. Bye.